Today I want to talk about workplace gaslighting. Yeah, it's a thing. Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh for Local Now. I have a PhD in clinical psychology, and I'm really interested in relationships, not only our personal, intimate, romantic relationships, but also the kinds of relationships we might have with, say, extended family, friends, and even coworkers. If you've never heard the term gaslighting, you might want to check out a 1944 movie called Gaslight. In it, a husband belittled and antagonized and criticized his wife so much and actually told her things that were untrue and told her that she was insane for not understanding or not believing. And before you know it, she actually believed that she was crazy. You know, psychologists call it projective identification, where somebody actually projects some of their personality into somebody else. And people most vulnerable to gaslighting are people who tend to be really empathetic and compassionate and trusting. So what does gaslighting look like in a workplace? Well, that person who's gaslighting might be very gossipy, filled with negative, judgmental gossip. They might be highly critical. They might be very accusatory without any evidence. And there's another kind of gaslighter. This is the one who's passive-aggressive with toxic positivity. Like, what do you mean you have a problem? Everything's great, isn't it? Literally making you mistrust your own feelings. A gaslighter in the workplace could be a boss, could be a conniving, scheming, competitive colleague, or could even be a client that you have to make nice with. So what do you do if you feel you're being gaslit at work? Well, first of all, make sure it's a gaslighter you're dealing with, not just a firm, tough, uncompromising boss. Sometimes bosses have to be hard on us in order to get the best out of us. The big difference between that kind of boss and a gaslighter is that a gaslighter does not want you to succeed. They do everything they can to set up obstacles so that you will fail. Secondly, document everything. And go back and read it when you need to tell yourself, you're not crazy. This really is happening. That means keep every email, every text, every memo. Keep a list so that you have something that lies in truth. Third, check with colleagues to see if it's happening to them. Remember, a gaslighter doesn't choose just one victim. They choose a number of people. That way you can feel that somebody out there understands you and trusts you. So check with colleagues and form a united front when you move to the final step, which is, yes, you have to go to HR. HR can't do their job unless enough reports have been filed against somebody. So it's really important, whether it's sexual harassment, whether it's racial discrimination, whether it's any kind of abuse, even gaslighting, that you do some kind of formal report with human resources. Now, something might not happen as a result of your one report, but it's really important that you contribute to the cumulative body of knowledge that human resources is collecting. Finally, schedule a one-on-one with your harasser. Yeah, with the person you believe is gaslighting you. But this is the important thing. Don't be confrontational. Don't be emotional. Just ask one simple question. It must begin with this word, how. As soon as the brain hears the word how, it gets out of its emotional brain and it goes into its prefrontal cortex and it starts to problem solve. The question is this: how can we improve our relationship? How? And this will make the person think that the relationship is failing, that they, because you've said we, are complicit in it. But at the end of the day, if your mental health is suffering or you're getting physically sick because of this, you might need to start looking for a new job. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh for Local Now. I'm always here for you. You can follow me on my social media at Dr. Wendy Walsh, and I'll see you next time.